Good morning. Today we will see about the 2019 question paper. The questions are from the 51 to 75. So the first question in is that in pre-formulation study polymorphs can be detected by we know that it is the pre-formulation is a study polymorphs can be detected by the differential scanning calorimetry. Next question is which polymorphic form of a drug candidate has highest melting point? First is unstable, second is stable, third is hydrates, and fourth is metastable. So the correct answer for this is the stable. The stable polymorphic form of a drug candidate has the highest melting point. Here is the reason for that. The Gibbs free energy in the order is unstable, metastable, unstable. So the stable is having the highest, then metastable, then stable. So in the case of the yeah in the case of melting point, the order is first is the stable is greater than that of metastable, and metastable is greater than unstable. The melting point of the anhydrous crystal is usually higher than that of the hydrate. Anhydrous crystal usually having the higher solubilities than hydrates. The rate of dissolution of various solvated forms of a drug differ but are generally higher than that of anhydrous form. There may be measurable differences in bioavailabilities of the solvates of a particular drug. For example, monoethanol solvate of prednisolone tertiary butyl acetate has an absorption rate in vivo which is nearly 5 times greater than that of the anhydrous form of this drug. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एट इसमें बताया ऑर्डर बताया मेल्टिंग पॉइंट में क्या ऑर्डर होगा और गिब्स फ्री एनर्जी में ऑर्डर क्या होगा स्टेबल मेटास्टेबल का. नेक्स्ट वी विल सी question number 53. Leaching by immersion of crude material in a solvent is said to be as maceration. Next question, which of the following viscometers can be used for characterizing non-Newtonian system? So in this we know that this question is from the rheometry, I think, of the pharmaceutics. So as they had asked about the which of the following viscometer is can be used for categorizing non-Newtonian system. So the answer is the cup and bob viscometer. Next is the question 55th. Containers may be rendered free from pyrogens by adequate cleaning and by heating at 210 degrees Celsius for 3 to 4 hours. Second option is heating at 100 degrees Celsius for 3 to 4 hours. Third, heating at 21 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Fourth, heat autoclaving at 121 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. So the correct answer is heating at 210 degrees Celsius for 3 to 4 hours. So the answer is that we know that answer. Reason for that is control of the pyrogen content can be done by the two methods. First is the removal of pyrogen, and second is destruction. This removal of pyrogen is also said to be as depyrogenation, and in this the method uses the first is the ultrafiltration. It removes the molecules of 10,000 daltons or greater. This is often coupled with 0.1 0.1 m filter filter. A reverse osmosis in this it removes 99.5% of the endotoxins and ions or salt, and this is WFO is the water for injection according to the USP distillation or RO. then IP distillation. Next is affinity for chromatography. Affinity chromatography. In this example is the diethyl aminoethyl cellulose and cephorose or polymyxin B alkin alkandoils. Next is dilution or rinsing. To reduce the quantity, endotoxin is washed away or reduced using the water for the injection. Next is distillation. Then next is adsorption. In this the example we can say activated carbon beds or depth filters are used. Next is hydrophobic attachment. Certain materials like polyethylene can bind endotoxin. Next is the destruction inactivation. Acid base hydrolysis. In this destroys the 8 carbon sugars 0.05 m HCl for 30 minutes at 100 degrees Celsius or 0.5 m NH at 50 degrees Celsius or for 30 minutes. These methods are frequently used for depyrogenating glasswares. Oxidation using the hydrogen peroxide mechanism is peroxidation of the fatty acid in the lipid A region. Ionizing radiation, a very slow and inconsistent process. Ethylene oxide, not very efficient mechanism, is nucleophilic substitution in the glucosome of lipid A. Moist heat, conventional autoclaving will not destroy endotoxin. However, the combination of a chemical additive, for example, hydrogen peroxide and physical variation, example 5 hour at 121 degree 20 pounds square per inch, pH of 3.8 are sometimes effective. Next is a dry heat. Heating normally between the 180 to 180 and 250 degrees Celsius for a definite time. The higher temperature, the shorter the time required. The typical cycle is 250 degrees Celsius for not less than 30 minutes as per EP. I think EP is European Pharmacopoeia. 200 degrees Celsius for 60 minutes or 250 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Endotoxin destruction at lower temperature is of the second order. ओके एंडोटॉक्सिन जो लोअर टेम्परेचर पे डिस्ट्रक्ट होता है तो उनका जो है इट फॉलोज द सेकेंड ऑर्डर. ओके रिमेंबर दैट. एंड इसमें हमने देख लिया कि पायरोजन को हम रिमूव करते हैं दो मेथड से. पहला मेथड है एक तो डीपायरोजिनेशन एंड द अदर मेथड इज़ डिस्ट्रक्शन एंड इनएक्टिवेशन. और इनके अंदर कौन से अलग कैटेगरीज है या फिर मेथड है तो इस वे में हमने इसके रीजंस पढ़ लिए. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट 56. Roll tube technique is a modification of streak plate technique. So in this you don't have to remember anything, you just have to learn this question only. Roll tube technique is the modification of streak plate technique. Next, which of the following is the property of microemulsion? First is they exhibit a viscoelastic gel phase when internal phase is added in excess. They have poor solubility. Second, third is they have particle size more than 1 micron. Fourth, they have milky yellow color. So the correct answer, or we can say the property of the microemulsion, is that they exhibit a viscoelastic gel phase when internal phase is added in excess. So here is the reason they have mentioned microemulsion. Microemulsion means they are containing the oil in water, or we can say water in oil droplets of diameter 10 to 20 nanometer, and the volume fraction of dispersed phase is about 0.2 to 0.8. They appear as isotropic, optically clear liquid of low viscosity system which contain a high percentage of both oil and water and high concentration of emulsifier mixture. मीन्स कितना emulsifier का concentration होता है 15 to 25% होता है. और द जो ड्रॉपलेट साइज होती है वो बहुत स्मॉल होती है देन दैट ऑफ द नॉर्मल इमल्शन. These are transparent. Okay. Micro emulsion forms spontaneously when the components are mixed with in the appropriate ratios and are thermodynamically stable. So in this the order of stability is solution, then micro emulsion, then emulsion. Next is that an essential requirement for the formation and stability is the attainment of a very low interfacial tension. Since microemulsion has a very large interface between oil and water, they can only be thermodynamically stable if the surface tension is low than that. The positive interfacial energy can be compensated by the negative free energy of mixing. So इसमें इन्होंने बताया कि in this they had tell that they had mentioned that the micro emulsion जो होता है उसके पास क्या होता है having उसके पास जो लार्ज इंटरफेस होता है ऑयल एंड वाटर के बीच में बट वो थर्मोडाइनेमिकली स्टेबल तभी होगा जब उनका जो इंटरफेशियल टेंशन जो है वो लो होगा. The next is that to achieve the very low interfacial tension. तो फिर हमें कम interfacial tension लाने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं. So for this it is usually necessary to include a second amplifier, the co-surfactant such as a short chain alcohol in the formulation. This co-surfactant is incorporated into the interfacial film around the droplet. The change in the nature and shape of the internal dispersed phase changes fluid microemulsion to gel-like microemulsion. For example, in water in oil microemulsion at low water content, the internal phase consists of the spherical structure, whereas at high water concentration, the interfacial film expands to form gel-like cylindrical and laminar structure. As the water content is further increased, aqueous continuous system of low viscosity with internal phase of the spherical structure are again formed. Next they had told written about the nano emulsion. In the nano emulsion there is oil in water dispersion and the diameter of the droplet is less than the 100 nanometer as compared to that of the micro emulsion. They are metastable. They are in a metastable state. The structure depends on the history of the system and the application in skincare due to the biophysical properties. And this question might be asked once again in the 2012, that is question number 26. Okay. Next question is that in tablet hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose is used as a it is used as a film former. There are many other film former like we can say hydroxy methyl cellulose hydroxy HPMV, then HPMC है पहले, then hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose is used as a film former. Then next is soda ash is also known as sodium carbonate. The co-administration of erythromycin with the cyclosporin. सो जब भी हम एडमिनिस्टर करते हैं को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ इरेथ्रोमाइसिन मीन्स इरेथ्रोमाइसिन का जब मीन्स इरेथ्रोमाइसिन के साथ अगर हम लोग साइक्लोस्पोरिन देते हैं तो क्या इफेक्ट होता है. फर्स्ट इज दैट इंक्रीज द बायो अवेलेबिलिटी ड्यू टू द इनहिबिशन ऑफ माइक्रोफ्लोरा इन इंटेस्टाइन. सेकेंड, increase bioavailability due to inhibition of hepatic metabolism. Third, decrease bioavailability due to complex formation. Fourth, decreased bioavailability due to induction of hepatic metabolism. So the correct answer is that whenever the co-administration of erythromycin with the cyclosporin increase bioavailability due to inhibition of hepatic metabolism. So second is the correct answer. So next question. The protein toxin that are modified to reduce the toxicity without altering the immunologicity are known as first toxides, second vaccines, third antisera, fourth sera. So in this the correct answer is toxides. ओके यहाँ पे इन दिस दे हैड मेंशन अबाउट ए टॉक्साइड. टॉक्साइड क्या होता है? इनएक्टिवेटेड टॉक्सिन होता है. यूजुअली वी कैन से दैट इट इज़ एक्सोटॉक्सिन एंड टॉक्सिसिटी इज सप्रेस्ड केमिकल or chemical like formalin or heat treatment. Keeping antigenicity intact provides the active immunity. Second, antisera, serum which is rich in the polyclonal antibodies raised against a causative organism and it provides the passive immunity. Serum और जो इसका प्लूरल फॉर्म होता है उसे हम कहते हैं सेरा. दैट इज़ द ब्लड विदाउट ब्लड सेल्स क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स. एंड प्लाज्मा जो होता है वो क्या होता है? सीरम होता है विदाउट द फाइब्रोजन. ओके मीन्स सीरम जो हो गया वो क्या होता है? ब्लड होता है विदाउट दी ब्लड सेल्स एंड द क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स. एंड प्लाज्मा वो होता है जिसमें सीरम होता है लेकिन विदाउट द फाइब्रोजेंस होता है. फाइब्रिनोजेंस मीन्स जो क्लॉटिंग में हेल्प करते हैं. फाइबर्स फिब्रिन फाइब्रिनोजन. ओके सीरम विदाउट दी फाइब्रिनोजन. दैन इसमें अदर हाँ टू रिमेंबर अदर थिंग इज दैट एंटीसिरा जो होता है वो क्या प्रोवाइड करता है? पैसिव इम्यूनिटी. एंड जो टॉक्साइड होता है वो हमें एक्टिव इम्यूनिटी देता है. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Essentially, hospital formulary system provides mechanism to first improve surgical procedure, second avoid brand and therapeutic duplication, third improve quality and hygienicity of food, fourth streamline prescription writing. So essentially hospital formulary system provides mechanism to avoid brand and therapeutic duplication. 63. The rheological and functional properties of the synovial fluid are impaired due to first increase in the content of mucus, second decrease in the content of hyaluronic acid, third increase in the content of hyaluronic acid, fourth decrease in the content of mucus. So in this the correct answer जो होता है the rheologic and functional properties of the synovial fluid are impaired due to the decrease in the content of the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. Okay, 64th, as per USP FDA, NDAs for new chemical entities are classified as either first is the P stand for the priority review, S for the standard review, then second is the P for the product review, S for the safety review, third P for the priority review, S for the safety review, then P for the product review or S for the standard review. So in this the correct answer is P for the priority review and or S for the standard review. Which of the following is not used for achieving amber color in glass? So first answer is carbon, second is manganese, third is iron, fourth is cobalt. So cobalt is not used for achieving amber color in glass. So carbon, manganese and iron are used for amber color in glass. Next question is next 66, movement of charged particle through a liquid under the influence of potential difference is known as electrophoresis. So in this the correct answer is electrophoresis. When two brands of a drug product if give same clinical result, it is termed as same clinical results. 67th na. In this, the therapeutic equivalent, drug products are considered to be therapeutic or equivalent only if they are pharmaceutical equivalents and if they can be accepted to have a same clinical effect and safety profile when administered to the patient under the conditions specified in the labeling. So we can say therapeutic equivalence is equal bioequivalence plus pharmaceutical equivalence. So um, next question definition is pharmaceutical equivalent. In this, the drug products are considered to be pharmaceutical equivalent if they contain the same active ingredients, are of the same dosage form, route of administration, and are identical in strength or concentration, and meet the same or compendial or other applicable standards, like we can say strength, quality, purity and identity, but they may differ in characteristics such as shape, scoring configuration, release mechanism, packaging, excipients including color, flavors, preservatives, expiration time, and within certain limits labeling. बायो इक्विवेलेंट्स क्या होता है? ड्रग प्रोडक्ट्स आर बायो इक्विवेलेंट्स इफ द रेट एंड एक्सटेंट ऑफ एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ द टेस्ट ड्रग डू नॉट शो ए सिग्निफिकेंट डिक्रीज फॉर do not show a significant difference from the rate and extent of the absorption of the reference drug when administered at the same molar dose of the therapeutic ingredient under similar experimental condition in either a single dose or a multiple dose. So this question is again repeated, or we can say repeated in the GPAT 2017. So we will see what is mentioned in the question. So the question was that when two brands of a drug product if give the same clinical result, then it is termed as the therapeutic equivalence. As we know that therapeutic equivalence is equal bioequivalence plus pharmaceutical equivalence. Next question is 68. Microcrystalline cellulose is also said to be as, first is sugar tap and second is Avicel, third is Newtab, fourth is Mdex. So the brand name for the microcrystalline cellulose is Avicel. 69th, which of the following statements is true regarding bulkiness? First मीन्स बल्किनेस इंक्रीजेज विद डिक्रीज इन पार्टिकल, मीन्स इसमें बताया कि बल्किनेस जैसे बढ़ता है इंक्रीज होता है वैसे ही उसके पार्टिकल में डिक्रीज साइज होता है, वैसा कुछ नहीं होता. द रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द बल्क डेंसिटी इज बल्किनेस, नहीं ये नहीं होता. नेक्स्ट इज बल्कियर सब्सटेंस विल रिक्वायर कंटेनर लार्जर देन रिक्वायर्ड फॉर लेस बल्की सब्सटेंस. ऐसा भी नहीं होता कि हमें जो बल्की सब्सटेंस है उसके लिए लार्जर कंटेनर लगता है, जो लेस बल्की है उसके लिए कम लगता है, छोटा लगता है, लाइक दैट. इसमें विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज़ नॉट ट्रू रिगार्डिंग, तो फिर इसमें रॉन्ग कौन सा है? दैट इज द स्मॉलर पार्टिकल शिफ्ट बिटवीन लार्जर वंस एंड इंक्रीज द बल्कीनेस. ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है कि जो स्मॉलर पार्टिकल्स हैं वो लार्जर पार्टिकल्स के बीच में जाएं और उनकी बल्कीनेस बढ़ाए, वैसा नहीं होगा. सो द रॉन्ग आंसर इन दिस फॉर द बल्कीनेस इज द स्मॉलर पार्टिकल शिफ्ट बिटवीन लार्जर वंस एंड इंक्रीज बल्कीनेस. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. एंड व्हाट इज ट्रू फॉर द बल्कीनेस इज दैट बल्कीनेस जैसे ही बढ़ता है वैसे ही उसकी पार्टिकल साइज जो होती है, पार्टिकल की साइज जो होती है वो डिक्रीज हो जाती है. और जो रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ द बल्क डेंसिटी इज सेड टू बी एज बल्कीनेस. बल्कियर सब्सटेंस जो होता है, जितना बल्कियर सब्सटेंस होगा उसके लिए उतना बड़ा कंटेनर लगता है देन दैट ऑफ द लेस बल्की सब्सटेंस. ओके. शेक वेल लेबल must be placed on the containers of first ophthalmic suspension, second ophthalmic gel, third ophthalmic solution, fourth acoustics. So the correct answer in this is the generally on the suspension it is mentioned that shake well before use. The correct answer is ophthalmic suspension. In treating immunodeficiency diseases, the goal is to maintain IgG level at about 100 mg per dl, second 200 mg per dl, third 300 mg per dl, fourth 400 mg per dl. So the correct answer is that for treating the if immunodeficiency diseases, the goal is to maintain IgG level is about 200 mg per dl. The next question 72. Dakin solution is a synonym for the solution of 1. Chloroxylenol, second ammonium acetate, third chlorinated soda, fourth aluminium acetate. So the correct answer is chlorinated soda. Which mechanism of metabolism 73 which mechanism of metabolism of drug is not affected by weight change of patient? First is the conjugate metabolism, second hydrolytic metabolism, third oxidative metabolism, fourth acetylation metabolism. सो इसमें क्या होता है अफेक्ट बाय वेट चेंज ऑफ द पेशेंट. सो इसमें कौन से ऐसे मेटाबॉलिज्म है जो अफेक्ट हो जाते हैं वेट चेंज ऑफ द मेटाबॉलिज्म से? वो कॉन्जुगेट मेटाबॉलिज्म है, हाइड्रोलाइटिक मेटाबॉलिज्म है और एसिटाइलेशन मेटाबॉलिज्म होता है. और इसमें से कौन सा ऐसा मेटाबॉलिज्म है विच इज़ नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय द वेट चेंज ऑफ द पेशेंट? दैट इज द ऑक्सीडेटिव मेटाबॉलिज्म इज नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय द वेट चेंज ऑफ द पेशेंट. Next is 74. A mixture of emulsifier A and emulsifier B with HLB values of 4 and 14 respectively are to be mixed in a proportion to get a mixture with required HLB 1.2. What is the weight of individual emulsifier that is to be टेकन टू हैव ए टोटल वेट ऑफ 7 ग्राम? सो इसमें HLB का मीनिंग क्या होता है? दैट इज़ दी हाइड्रोफिलिक लिपोफिलिक बैलेंस, जो स्केल हम लोग यूज़ करते हैं फॉर दी डिफरेंट सर्फेक्टेंट के लिए यूज़ की जाती है. सो इसमें हम देखते हैं एक्सप्लेनेशन क्या है. Here is the question. So HLB mixture is equal to X HLBA plus 1 minus X HLBB. X and 1AX are the parts of the emulsifier in A and B respectively for 1 unit of mixture of emulsifier with required HLB. So 12 equal to X 14 plus 1 minus X 4 मीन्स जो पहला इमल्सिफायर था उसका जो इन्होंने बताया था वो वो क्या था 14 था, दूसरे का 4 था रिस्पेक्टिवली. सो हमने इस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व करेंगे तो x इक्वल टू क्या हो जाएगा 0.8 हो जाएगा. सो फॉर 1 पार्ट ऑफ द मिक्सचर टेक 0.8 पार्ट of A and 0.2 part of B, then calculate for the 7 gram of mixture. So HLB जो higher है that is the 14, 8 parts for the higher HLB for 10 units of mixture. Then HLB required is this HLB lower for 2 parts of lower HLB for 10 unit of mixture, 10 units of mixture with required HLB. So for the 7 gram of mixture of HLB12, take 5.6 gram of emulsifier A. is for the emulsifier A is 14 and 1.4 gram of emulsifier for B, and their HLB is 4. So the next question is, in case of suppositories base, SFI stand for, first is the solidified fatty acid inline, second solidified fatty acid indices, third solid fat index, fourth solid fluid indices. So the correct answer is solid fat index is stand for, this is the full form of the SFI. So this is all about the 25 questions from 51 to 75. These are the reasons from 61. You can read it or take the screenshot of it. So this is about the umber color, which colors are used. So generally these are the color which are used. So this is, we had already studied that therapeutic equivalence, then pharmaceutical equivalence, and what is bioequivalent equivalence. This you can all study this or this definition in bioavailability and bioequivalence chapter of the biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetic in that book. नेक्स्ट इज दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द टैबलेट, और वी कैन से शुगर ब्रांड नेम था, माइक्रोक्रिस्टलाइन सेलुलोज का एविसेल था. दीज आर ऑल दी अदर नेम्स एंड देयर ब्रांड नेम्स एंड ऑल. So these are the polymers which are used. So what is the solid fat index? It is the percentage of the fat in the solid state, in the solid state, in the bracket, percentage of solid glyceride in the fat mixture at a certain temperature. The solid fat index can affect molding character, hardness, solidification time, melting time, surface feel of suppositories. So this is all about the today's 25 question. Thank you.